Hello, my name is Christina Romano, and today I'm going to talk about the growing trend of transforming the traditional library into what many are beginning to distinguish as a learning commons. Many school libraries are getting makeovers. This is a photo of an elementary school library that has been transformed into a learning commons. Learning or information commons is a name that came about with the advent of technological advancement in the 1990s. To indicate a change in the physical space and services offered by the modern-day library. In 2007, Lippincott, author of Information Commons, Surveying the Landscape, stipulated that a learning commons should include defined spaces for group study, collaboration, presentations, adaptive technology, teaching, and video conferencing, as well as typical library service areas and consultation areas. Because commons are relatively new and continue to evolve, she also added the need for all commons to be designed for flexibility and adaptability. While the commons model is still far from being ubiquitous, more and more libraries are beginning to adopt a learning commons model, including elementary school libraries. In her article, The Journey from Library Media Center to Learning Commons, elementary school library media specialist Linda Waskow described her plans for her renovated library center, declaring, "It wouldn't be the quiet library I knew as a child and young adult. I envisioned a place where children would come to explore, learn, and actively engage in information resources that would be in a variety of formats. They can extract from this plethora of information data sets to create their knowledge in forms that only they would be able to imagine and craft. Podcasts, vodcasts, blogs, wikis, virtual libraries, and virtual museums came to mind." Hers is a description that exemplifies the currently understood definition of a learning commons. The learning commons is meant to be the hub of a school community. It is a place that encourages collaboration among students, teachers, and the school's library media specialist. It ideally has a flexible schedule. Students may come to the commons before school hours, during lunch and recess, and after school for a few hours in the afternoon to read, use computers, or meet with friends during unstructured library periods. The physical space is conducive to instruction. It has defined areas for different student stations and activities. And there is a clear emphasis on the use of technology, with computer stations and other forms of technology available for use. Some examples of literacy stations one might find in a learning commons are those devoted to word study, writing and publishing, media literacy, author study, reader's theater, games, guided reading, and reading buddies. There are a few very important reasons a learning commons model of a library may become increasingly popular. First, a learning commons model is ideal in today's public schools as it complements the Common Core standards beginning to be adopted nationwide. Common Core standards emphasize the aim for students to be able to comprehend a wide variety of complex informational texts, research and report on information and ideas, using a range of print and non-print texts in all media forms, and to use technology and digital media strategically, selecting the appropriate tools to complement reading, writing, speaking, listening, or language use. A commons model supports this, particularly because of its incorporation of the use of technology in conjunction with literacy and research-related efforts. Second, at a time when the economy is suffering and budget cuts are always a threat, teacher librarians may safeguard their positions and media centers by strengthening their library programs with the adoption of a commons model. This type of a model demonstrates obvious potential to help students achieve the Common Core standards, and so will increase the library media center's value in the eyes of administration and the overall school community. Third, the school librarian is expected to collaborate with teachers, actively helping them to plan curriculum units. To those ends, it's beneficial to have spaces that allow students and teachers to collaborate and be part of real-life issues and environments. The physical space of a commons model is intended to provide for this type of desired collaboration. Thank you for listening. I hope that you understand now what a learning commons model of a library means and understand some ways that these libraries, these media centers are being developed in elementary school libraries and how they're transforming their library and media centers and the advantages of using a commons model.